Hi. Pull my neck out of joint. Hi. Fancy meeting you here in this little old place. I'm Tish, and this is Echo. I probably got pie in my teeth right now. Sorry about the sound on my last video. I think it should be fine for this one. How is everybody individually? Please tell me. Okay. In the great words of Sarita from Anagic. Shut up, you do that. Anyway, how are we going? I was going to make a video yesterday. What happened? Don't know. Hopefully won't be sleepy, and we're going to watch some Q Sciences foolery, tomfoolery. Can't say the other word only a minute in, you know. Started listening to the Dream podcast, season 3, and at 4 minutes and 2, like I heard Erin's voice, and I was like, that's Erin! I am friends with her! And in the actual podcast, but were you there? It was so good. Did I finish the episode? I can't remember, but we've got this shopping centre mall, and there's no reception in it. Like, no reception. All of the shops have to have free Wi-Fi, but is that good? No, it's terrible. I don't want to stay there for more than an hour, so they should get it worked out. Anyway, that has meant I couldn't watch YouTube, so I was listening to the podcast because I could download it really quickly. Because I was watching Erin's video on Eric Worre. God, he's so slimy. Interesting thing that Eric Worre said on the training that he was doing was, oh, I hate these terms like sales commission breath. And it's like, no, it's still commission breath. Why do I know that, Eric? And you don't. And what else? He said fire hose. And guess who's been using that term lately? Your protege, Jessie Lee Ward. Oh, did my spider fall off? Oh. This is going to be huge, people. Look, everyone knows I have stretchers. Well, maybe you don't. I've got stretchers. And where did that go? So this plug here, it got like super glued to something, and so it's just a bit rough, right? So it's got like a little bit of Velcro. It's not Velcro though. It's different to Velcro, but it's kind of like a hook and loop, but it's all hook, but it hooks into each other. And I've got a little spider, and it's got a little bit of Velcro on it, right? Press. Now I can wear cute earrings. That's the thing I miss the most. That's why I got these ones pierced, because I have a trillion pairs of earrings. And yeah, so I'm really excited about that. I'm going to sell them on Etsy. Because there's another lady on Instagram who does dangly if you've got stretched ears. I don't like dangly earrings, but I like cute earrings. So, all right. I'm eating pie by BT Dubs. So, we're going to talk about someone new today. Yes, we are. New sciences. Oh, hang on. I was going to say something else. I bought a mannequin. I'm so excited. New sciences. Layers. Stacking. This is that. You know how they've got the 5 Fs? This is the LCBJS. We'll see if we can work that out. Liars. There's no THC in our products. Stacking. They have a stacking system. Launch contracts. Very proud of it. Kristen Wyatt did a video on it, saying they do offer financial incentives to leaders to come over. Jocks. It's such a heavily jock-run business with Mark. I don't know, Dr. Death. He just looks real creepy. Mark, who used to be in the NFL. Yeah, that's all you need to be an expert, apparently. And Jake Spencer, who Kristen Wyatt is actually in love with. Kristen, she does a lot of working out. She is not conventionally thin. Jake wouldn't be interested because he doesn't strike me as liking anyone who's not conventionally thin. I don't care. I think she's gorgeous. She's just not a very good person with the way that she does business. And then we've got Sus AF. All of it. All of it. Q Sciences, Sus AF. Anyway, welcome to the channel. Let's go. We got Brooke. All right. Hi, Brooke. Hi. Hi, Brooke. What's Brooke doing? So it's Brooke Lloyd. That's literally her name. It's Brooke Lloyd. Let's get a bit bigger here, hey? Can we see that? We'll go a bit bigger. Oh, now that's not, what the hell? Why isn't that clear? Is it purposely like that? What the hell? All right. Well, I'll go here for now, right? Oh, look, everybody. It's our friend Brandon. Brandon. Oh, it's so pinned. It's pinned. It's pinned. Hey, Brooke, are you married? I think so. Um, I teach ambitious women how to make supplemental income. Oh God. Her 53 million in teen sales while raising tiny disciples. That's weird. Is that what you're calling your children? Disciples? Now, I'm going to say that that's probably of God, but when you put it in that sentence, 53 million in team sales while raising tiny disciples, it does join the two concepts together, doesn't it? I'm being particularly sanctimonious tonight. Key sciences. Top 5. Oh, wow. That's interesting. I honestly don't see a lot of this like self-promotion. Key Sciences does not have an income disclosure statement. What are you afraid of? Jake and Mark, what are you afraid of? Why can't you give us an income disclosure statement? You often say that you have the best. You have the best. We've got the best compensation plan. We've got the best products. Best people. Yes, everyone says that. Yeah. So, oh, she does homeschooling. Of course she does, because you know what? The children can help with the business. President Pick Award, October 22. My story. Oh, you know I love a Facebook profile. Oh. Last year alone, my business did 25 million in sales, all while raising and homeschooling my 5 babies. Read that again. Okay. Last year alone, my business did $25 million in sales, all while raising and homeschooling my 5 babies. Yeah, good. Millions in commissions were paid out to my group during a year when many business owners in this space were struggling to stay afloat. Oh, yeah? Who got the millions? Was it you? How many people? Can we have a look at the distribution? You're talking about the data here. Can we have a look at it? Do you want to show us your back office? Because that'd be interesting. Thousands of people that partnered with me just got their 1099 and the supplemental income they generated has given them the room to breathe in unprecedented financial times. Are you fucking kidding me? Oh, what time is it? Yeah, no, Aaron, this is fresh in my memory. 99.7 people lose money or fail to break even, or just barely. How many? Some are cashing 5 and 6 figure monthly checks they didn't even know existed. They didn't know the checks existed because you guys have these big stupid checks that you like. They know they exist. You mean they didn't think that they could earn that, which is a different idea, but go off, queen. And last month we made it even easier to earn increased our payout 3 times and launched $1 trillion vertical, friends. What? Oh God. My girl Shay. Do you have a Brooke in your life? No, thank God. Like, stay away from people like Brooke. They will smile at you and tell you that you're earning a lot of money and her team is earning a lot of money while you are not, and she is. Yeah, cringe. Cringe, 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 cringe. Um, you're not a celebrity. Why are people taking pictures of these people like they're celebrities? No one knows who you are outside of this business. Okay, so this is who we're looking at. Guess what she's talking about today, people? Guess what? Guess what? Guess what? Recruiting. Oh, I know a lot about recruiting. I've watched all of Jessie Lee's boot camps, and not all the VIPs, but I watched all of the boot camps. God, how old is she? She's deceptively. There were pictures of her where she looked really old in that other picture. What did she say about Brandon? Oh, they're friends. Oh God, cringe. Really? Are we gonna use? I know you didn't say it. Oh, I'm sorry. Did you say you've helped 100 people? 100. Is that it? Okay. This is AAB, and even if you didn't say it, it's not appropriate. So, fuck right off with that. And I want to see this again. So, together we have over 500 million in lifetime sales with a simple e-commerce business. Okay, on your Instagram it says that you've done 53 million in sales. So Brandon's done the 450 million. I don't know if I'd be real rapt about you taking credit for the for that. We've helped over 100 people earn 6 and 7 figures of supplemental income. Now that choice, supplemental, is interesting. On the Dream podcast that I was listening to today, that January, she follows me on TikTok. Oh, TikTok. Let me talk about TikTok for a moment. My students are going to make me go freaking private because they're being weird and stalking me on my socials. And I'm just like, please don't. Like, my social media is not about school. It's really important to me. I like it for advocacy, especially TikTok, because that's where a lot of people are doing business. And also, I get good numbers over there for some reason. I don't know why. So one kid, I even wrote an email home. I said, this boy said, he's looking at my TikTok. Can you have a word? Anyway, what was I saying about TikTok? Supplemental. TikTok. Oh, Jane Marie follows me on TikTok. On the Dream podcast, they said Jessie Lee was like, if you're doing this in your pockets of time, you're doing it part time. And it's like, yeah. He's an industry legend, y'all. Okay, I've been an anti-MLM creator for over a year now. I realized that because I was like, moving at this time last year. And I hadn't heard of this joke until like a month ago, maybe less. So, yeah, okay. Anyway, let's go to Brooke's fucking video. I'm expecting a lot. So she spoke at the conference. She spoke about recruiting August 3rd. This was from a while ago because Jake looks young. Oh, he's so smarmy. P.S. That is the perfect word for him. Smarmy. Alright, let's get this video.
Get on your feet.
Now, Key Sciences has these advisory boards, okay, and council. I don't know what it is. Why that they test out products. So I sort of know what it is. Though. They test out products. They have retreats. They're like it's almost like a perk. See, her kids are young. She looks, I don't know. Pictures made her look older. So she was like my age. She could be my age. Um, I mean, I'm gonna eat my pie. So, pretty sure Kristen Wyatt's on the advisory council, but they have members do rotate through. But I've seen Kristen be on it every year, every time. So, stay here for a bit, and then we'll see. You can still see my facial expressions.
Make some noise for the bright and beautiful Brooke live.
Not getting pinged.
Hey! Well, before I get started, thank you guys. Before I get started, if you love me, love Q, love Mark and Jake, Claudia, all these people up front, if Q has done something for you, will you make me a commitment that you will give something this weekend?
What the fuck? That's her opening. What? Are you for real? If you love me, will you do this? That's every abusive relationship ever. Ever. If you love me, you'll do this. 43 seconds in, gaslighting. Congrats, Brooke. You might be the fastest gaslighter in network marketing. No, Teresa. Teresa has you beat. Just gonna tag all these people because just gonna tag them all so they voluntarily come to my live. I should watch some of her because it should probably make me angry. That was the thing. Watching Julie Jo's video the other day on Bethany, aka Your Sober Guide, and she said she had to retape it because she was so angry. It's like I think Val and I were like, yeah, we get it because she makes us angry too. But we embrace the rage. And Julie Jo, she's a class act. I don't mind that I'm not as classy. Anyway, fuck this. Also, why are you in front of flowers and trophies? You couldn't wait? Couldn't wait? Stage manager? Couldn't wait to put it out there? Quick transition, right? Get Brooke. She's like, woo! At the end, and just lighten her maybe on the spot. Bring her down stage. Put tables on. She goes off. Everyone's distracted by her going off. All lights up. Tables in place. I feel like I'm on my high horse. I'm like DC with the PowerPoints. I know what good stage business looks like. This is not it. Anyway, let's keep going. 43 seconds in.
Will you make that commitment to me? All right, well, I'm excited to introduce you to my beautiful family. Mike is up there? Okay. My beautiful family. It's actually, that story hits a little close to home.
Did you have a tech run? Because that's where you can see if the PowerPoint's working. Okay?
Because my sister has been a pediatric oncology nurse for many, many years, over a decade. She actually, I was just telling Claudia about this, she's worked at St. Jude Children's Hospital for 3.5 years. So, yeah, I always say she's an angel on earth. These are my 5 beautiful children, Emma, my oldest, and then my 4 boys. And I'll tell you, I'm gonna give you a little pro tip, okay? If you're ever up here and you think, man, it would be awesome for my kids to watch me from home, don't do it, okay? Because yesterday, that's exactly what I did. And then I get the text, Mom, you seemed really nervous for about 10 minutes, but then you did good. I'm like, all right, of course, the critics, right? No, but this is my beautiful family and my...
That was good feedback. I'm going to assume that it was the rehearsal because, like, isn't this your speech? She gets 2? Oh, she's in the top 5. Isn't her Instagram bio?
Husband Paul is right here, Ruby Paul.
He's in my timeline / secret account.
Hey, anybody surprised by the pink heels? Like, anyone? No. So, fun fact about Paul and I, we actually met on an online dating website. Yeah. But this is like before it was like the cool thing to do. Yeah. And the safe thing to do. My friends, like, we had like a text thing where like, okay, if I send you this emoji, I'm locked in a closet. It's before it was the cool thing to do.
And people get, like, kidnapped and, human trafficked. I get it, right? It's good to have jokes. Jokes are good. Maybe not that one. Just maybe not that one, okay? Fucking hell.
And back then, for all of you that don't know, it was not swiping left and right. You literally had to put out like an ad. So you're like, okay, here's all the things about me. Here's what I'm looking for. And if you know me, I was very thorough because I'm like, I'm going to put it all out here and you're
You still have to do that in modern dating. You have to fill out a profile. Fuck.
Or you're gonna hate it. And that's what I did. And I snagged like the best man on the planet. Woo! So,
Yay,
seriously.
yay.
So, I'm a pretty good recruiter, I've decided. So I thought I'd share a few of my tips. What do y'all think? You wanna learn how to recruit? Like that hot hunk of man? All right. So,
I don't think that's appropriate for the workplace. Also, as one person, on given sex and love. It's not the same. False equivalence fallacy right there. Thank you, Erenbees, for teaching me that many times, and Julie Joe. They help me out with the terms and compensation plans. Oh, they hurt my brain. Compensation plans.
when you I'm wearing the patch, the chocolates, all the things. I'm feeling good. All right.
So she's using Q products to feel good. No, that's not culty. No, not at all. Not at all culty. Real normal. Really normal. What's the patch? I don't know. The chocolate? Why? No one needs your fucking chocolate, Key Sciences.
When you think about recruiting, what do you think about? Now, the recruiters who
Flying, stacking, bridge contracts, jobs. That's all relevant and sus. Completely recruiting. Sus AF. I prepared that. I hadn't watched this yet. I also think of, lying, and manipulation. There you go. That's what I think of.
yes, they're not paying attention, they're on their phones right now. So I'm talking to everybody else in the room. Okay? Now, maybe you think of this.
Oh, I'm sorry. Are we screaming the quiet part right now? Because if there's any company that runs like a pyramid scheme, it's them. You can get your PV from yourself. You can buy your own ranks. You buy your ranks in Q Sciences. Wow. Let's see what she says about it. She's going to make a joke because she's funny. Melissa McCarthy.
Anybody think of this? A pyramid when you think of recruiting? Well, I know that's common, right? We kind of think, oh, ick, what am I going to do? I have to talk to people and I have to recruit them into this thing. Like that word seems icky to people, right? Whoops, sorry. Okay. But
I hope our kids roasted her for that. This is the only industry where recruiting is icky. Every other industry does it. That needs to recruit, like businesses, like big businesses, sports teams, etc.
the truth is that recruiting is the process of actively seeking out candidates for a specific job or position. That's what it is. And recruiting happens at...
Oh, she's good. This was my point a second ago. Also, I've got something. I think that, look, if we're going to do this, right, we're going to do it. All right. We're going to do it. All right. Because, yep. That is the definition of recruiting, right? But
Stop it. Get some help. Stop it. Get some help.
Thank you, Michael Jordan. Apparently a bit of a sociopath. I was very excited to watch him play. Had a Chicago Bulls hat. My mum had the book. I think it was Air. No, yeah, it was something, and he was on the front. Yeah, that is the definition of recruiting, isn't it funny? How network marketing has the ick. because what you're recruiting them into, because it's not recruiting, it's team building, and it's
everywhere, right? So think about it. I always think about pro sports when I think about recruiting because you want the best, right? But what's interesting about recruiting to me is sometimes people recruit for skills, like skills that someone already has. And sometimes they recruit based off of who that person is.
I just have to say, this is the best Venus pie I've ever made. It's so good. So good.
And as I was kind of doing some research into some of the greats that have been recruited, this guy, who knows this guy? Yeah, this guy came up. And I read a little bit about him. Mr. Michael Jordan, MVP of all MVPs, right?
Oh, did you read all about it? That's interesting because I already knew about him. Like, I'm not just using it to make a point about recruiting. I'm not just bringing up something random because I'm going to use it to indoctrinate people at a conference so that they don't leave. I'm going to use it so that they can take advantage of people. And I've got one thing to say about that.
Stop it. Get some help.
Thanks, Brooke. Let's keep going, shall we?
And believe it or not, he actually was not recruited for his skill. He wasn't the best player yet. He was recruited for who he was. In fact, it was said by the recruiter, he had unmatched work ethic, a desire to improve and learn, and love for the game. Who wants recruits in their business that have these characteristics? Anybody? Me too. All right, so we're going to talk about it. So there's different styles of recruiting. I know when we think about it, we're like, but I only know 5 people. That was me. I had like 300 Facebook friends when I started this gig. So I get it, right? But you got to talk to new people. You got to expand your network. You are personally talking to people and offering them what we have. And what we have is pretty dang good, especially after today. Wouldn't you say so? Yeah, I think so too. But then there's this thing called tap reading, which don't worry, I'm not going to give you a whole thing on that. But what it means is you meet someone through someone through someone else. And look what's happened in this room by someone knowing someone knowing someone. We've even heard about it on the front row.
We've heard it from the front row, top earners. Yeah, it does seem like there's like somebody knows somebody who knows somebody, but last year there were more somebodies who knew somebody, and now this year there's not as many. I wonder why that is. Also, oh, she said something else that I wanted to address. Hang on.
Especially after today. Wouldn't you say so? Yeah, I think so too. But then there's this thing called tap reading, which don't worry, I'm not going to give you a whole thing on that. But what it means is you meet someone through someone else. And look what's happened in this room by someone knowing someone knowing someone. We've even heard about it on the front row.
There were a couple of someones who knew someone. So Jake knew dickhead Brendan Hunter? No, not Brendan Hunter. God, that dude. What's his name? Why did my brain just stop working? Brendan Hughes, Brandon Stevens. At least I got the first name right. I was like, he knew the Philippe. Hang on. Oh, I can't remember. Philippes, right? That's their name. I'm sorry. I will get to it. I just need to check. I need to check my Instagram DM from DC. It's Marie or Marie. No, what's her name? God damn it. Marielle Filipponi. Okay. Oh God. We might. How long is the chocolate? Q True chocolate. Oh, it's 35 minutes. With Sarah Spencer. Oh, I'm sorry. Why is Sarah Spencer? Why is she on this? Anyway, she's also the in charge of the financial freedom movement, which is pretty dodgy as well. It goes with the sus part. Anyway, yeah. So Mario Filipponi, they knew. Sorry, going back to the people who knew people. They knew Tara and Mike, right? Who were in Q Sciences and were taking a product called Q Calm Twist, Q Twist Calm, something like that, right? Peach flavor. That many people said had no THC in it, and it had THC in it. And how did they know that? He failed the drug test. and ruined his dreams of becoming a fireman. No, fireman? Yeah. A fire attendant. Yeah, fire department worker. And then Brandon Stevens, okay, was talking shit in his stories about it. So, and they were really, really, like, they were like, we know these people who know people who know people. You know, like, we know all the people. So guess what we're going to do? We're going to be real good little employees, and we're going to tell the company, because we care about, we love this company. We've been here. We love it. We want to tell them because we don't want anyone to get caught up like this. And then they got denied that they were telling the truth. They accused Mike of actually being on drugs and yeah, basically just shit on them. So knowing people who know people, taproting, doesn't always have the best results for everyone there. You know? All right. Sorry, that was a long way. Thank you if you came on that journey.
Oh, in Mark's story, this whole room is full of people that have joined because of taproting, right? So I want you to know you have to always be doing both, right? All right, so who do we recruit? I believe that everyone has a sign behind their back. I know, you don't have to look for it, don't worry, it's there. You have a sign behind your back, and it either says open or closed.
They're humans, and this is what Erin was stressing on her live about Eric Worre today. They're humans. People don't, like, there's no, you know, like, dehumanizing them like this is not okay. All right. Not everyone, like, to for you to be the person who is deciding whether they are open or closed, that's not okay. If we were able to have an open and closed sign on ourselves, it's up to our control. So don't fucking mess with that and say, oh, they're open to being pitched at the moment. That's really scummy. Am I surprised? No.
Everyone has this, so your job is not to convince someone or coerce someone into this. It's just to find out, are they open? Are they closed? So I think of this like someone who's serving coffee, a waitress at a restaurant, right? And they walk to the first table, and that table, I'm sitting at that table. Nope, no thank you, no coffee for me. I had my Revive, right? And then you get to the second table, and they're like,
She is such a good little cult member. Mentioning products every time. They must love her. I haven't heard Kristen talk too much about the product. Oh my god. Something just got caught in my throat. But Kristen, she does the CEO worship. And president worship. Oh, that's her bag. So she's safe, but she didn't talk much about the product. She loves money and Jake Spencer.
maybe come back later, right? Do you think the waitress is like, either she goes to 12 tables and they don't want coffee, she's like, oh, woe is me. No one wants my coffee. I'm a failure. I'll just throw it out. I quit. No. She goes to
Oh, look, would you look at that? Another false equivalency fallacy. And also, shitting on people who quit. It's not the same thing because that waitress still gets paid. Yeah, in tips. So she may need the tips. Waitressing is pretty, and sort of in America, the tipping system really does screw a lot of people. And having minimum wage not being risen, that's a big problem. But in the end, that person is still going to get a paycheck for working, whether people drink the coffee or not, because it doesn't matter. Because they're not there to just sell coffee. They're there for other reasons, all right? And the person is open to spending money at the place, so you're still going to get paid in some way, yeah? And the way that they've said that they've agreed to that, they've consented to receiving the coffee is going into the cafe, and they're in control of it. And the person goes in and they're like, yeah, okay, I would like to eat here. I'm okay with having that product and being pitched coffee. What you do is not the same. You go. It's like you walk into their house and say, can I get you a coffee? Well, no, what are you doing in my house? Why are you here? I didn't even invite you in here. You see the difference? because you're the one who's in control of it. Yeah?
Next table, and guess what? Jenna Tomer's sitting there, and she wants 16 cups of coffee. Right? Filled to the brim, and she'll come back for more. And she just keeps serving the coffee, right? So, if you ask Brandon Stevens, and I think we should all ask Brandon Stevens, I mean, look what happened this weekend, right?
The hero worshipping of men at this fucking company is gross. It seems on another level here, like the patriarchy is strong in Q sciences.
The Black Diamond action. Okay, but if you ask him, he'll tell you, who do you recruit? Everyone. You talk to everyone. Like, he's probably already recruited someone from the hotel, somebody that works here, and somebody in the bathroom. They're probably already sitting in here.
Ew. I just had a really flaky piece of pastry. I have so much like pastry in my mouth at the moment, but I want to talk about that. I don't think that's okay to be trying to recruit people at the hotel working. They're in their workplace. Pretty obvious that they're in their workplace because they probably have a uniform. To be going to somebody's workplace and recruiting them into a scam tells me he's a shitty person, really.
Okay, so over my years of being in this business, I never really, like I said, thought of myself as like this great recruiter. And I love people, and I want everyone to know about what we have. And so I started thinking,
Let's just watch that again, okay?
of being in this business, I never really, like I said, thought of myself as like this great recruiter. And I love people, and I want
But I love people.
everyone to know about what we have.
I want everybody to know about what we have. What's more important, though? I love people because it seemed like a bit of a throwaway. You don't love people. You like money. What you're able to do is parlay your extrovert energy into thinking people. There's probably a lot of people who think that they have a relationship with this person and that it's strong. This is my very good friend. And I bet you she does not say the same thing about them.
And so I was thinking, how could I help someone that's never done this before talk to new people? And we all get a little nervous, right, about this. But what I came up with was, there's no perfect script. Sorry if your upline told you that. There's just not. There's no perfect script because everyone's different. And we've had people say different things to different people in this room, and they're all here, right? But what I've realized is that if you use these 3 simple steps, I can plug this formula into anyone. You can even come up to me afterwards and be like, okay, I have this friend, and she's like this, this, and this, and I can use this formula, and we can send them a message and see if they're open or closed. So first step is, why are you excited? Now, why do I start with this? Because we all gotten the message or sent the message where we're like starting it out, and you sound like Chandler looks right now.
Have you got an example? What does it mean to sound like someone looks? It's an interesting way of describing it. Also, what? Why are you? What? I don't get this. And stop using friends. It feels so like, look at me, I'm a cool mom.
A little awkward, right? But here's the deal. If you talk about what excites you, you don't sound awkward. So think about it. Right now, what excites you? Is it the opportunity that you can go?
Oh, I'm sorry. Do you know everybody in the whole world? You won't sound awkward if you're excited about it. If you've never met anybody neurodiverse, like one of the very sweet boys at my last school, he loved the Titanic. Titanic was his hyper focus. He could tell you everything about the Titanic. He's very excited about it. Do you think that, like he wasn't nonverbal, but he didn't speak a lot. He was very excited about the Titanic, but his expression would not have indicated that, you know. But I don't think that would occur to her. Although I'm willing to bet, because she homeschools her kids, that she probably has got somebody who's neurodiverse. I don't know, there seems to be a pattern. that's not a judgment on anyone's character either way. That's just an observation I've seen as a teacher, that there are a lot of people who end up homeschooling their neurodiverse kids because it is it can be really stressful for them to go to school, you know? And if homeschooling is an option, then it's a good option for some people. Like, I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying that, you know, more often than not, and she's got 5 kids, and being neurodiverse is definitely, like, that's possible amongst 5 kids, you know. Anyway, the point is, what using this friends thing? It's just weird.
Extra money because we just dropped another bonus. Is it the product? Is it the FFM program? Is it the people?
Oh, the FFM program. I wonder if people would say that about the car.
You've met. What makes you excited? If you lead with that.
I'll tell you what makes me excited. Exposing MLMs. I was really excited because I got a whole bunch of screenshots about some very scummy people in Enagic who are using Facebook groups to be weird and recruiting, because they think because people are in a Facebook group that they're open, and people aren't. They're just in a Facebook group. I even heard Eric Worre talking about Facebook groups today. Oh, join a Facebook group for dogs. No, fuck off. Leave dogs out of it, please.
You'll never sound weird, right? Because people just want to hear your excitement. All right, step 2, why you thought of them. This is, to me, such an important step.
If she, okay, I'm going to do an Erin style prediction. She talks about, oh, you've got an entrepreneurial spirit. Or can you just support me? Because you're a big supporter, and I think, you know, I'm not going to recruit you. What is this picture? I don't recognize this person. Is it her? I can't tell. I don't think it is. Oh no, it's a picture of a girl. Femme presenting.
Because everybody loves to hear themselves talked about in a positive way, right? Well, this is my incredible friend, Savannah. I don't know where you are, Savannah. There she is! You guys, Savannah's an incredible leader here in Q, but she also owns a traditional business. And so whenever I think of like the perfect prospect, I think of Savannah because she just has it all together. She's just so like business savvy. She gets it. Even Kelly Allred, who's tough to impress, was like, I met that girl and I know, like she's got it, right? And so when I think about this part of the equation, I think like, why did you think of them? Did you think of them because they have a great work ethic? Did you think of them because they love wellness? Because they, you know, maybe they own gyms like Mariel and Frank. Maybe they are someone who loves everyone, knows everyone. Maybe they're doing a juice cleanse, everybody's doing a juice cleanse, right? Are they that person? Like, why did you think of them? Because they want to hear what's in it for them, not what's in it for you, right? That's the most important thing. And I've never had someone be angry at me because I complimented them, ever. So the third step in this process.
What should just say? They want to hear about what you can do, like not what it does for you. No, I think most people would respect that approach, and that's the problem. Hiding that you benefit from it is the problem. Yeah, we have a problem with that because you do stand to gain significantly by recruiting them, and it's good for them to know that.
Is who you want them to meet. Who you know is way more important than what you know. Probably heard that one before. And this is true. So who you want them to meet. Okay. Now, this is where edification comes in. No one's a terrible recruiter, but you could feel like you're a terrible recruiter. And if you get really good at talking about how incredible Kristen Wyatt is, promise slam dunk every time, just like Michael Jordan. Promise. Because she's got the skills that pay the bills. That's why she sits up here on the front row. So all you have to do is say awesome things about her and why you want someone to meet her.
So the wind's going to blow on my face. It's going to be stuck like this. And people say, why is your face like that? And I'm like, Kristen Wyatt? Oh, God. Really? That's your draw card? Kristen Wyatt is your draw card? Oh, she is... People think she's nice, and she's not. She's very similar to Teresa. Watch Julie Joy's videos on Teresa. In the way that it's like everything is like, she's not as aggressive. She has better control over it than Teresa does. But I learned everything I needed to know about Kristen. I've made a couple of videos about her and I've watched her. She does a lot of Q videos on her YouTube. She did a video where she was talking about edification, and it was disgusting. And she's disgusting. So yeah.
Look, this is my friend, and I've watched her go from, working full time to being able to bring in a full-time income with this business, and she's helped so many people like us. You have to meet her.
How many?
I just want you to get to know her and see if what we're doing together would be a good fit for you. Right? Okay. So, what are the 3 steps? 1, why you're excited. 2, why you thought of them. And 3, who you want them to meet. Now, I have an example for you. Are you excited about this? Because we want to hear something. Yeah, I have an example for you. And what I love about this is you're going to listen to this, and don't worry, you'll be able to listen back with the replay. You're going to listen to this, and you're going to hear all 3 of these steps. Now, this message is less than a minute, okay? And obviously, I'm talking to no one, but my excitement level is pretty high. So listen to this message.
Why didn't you use the real thing? Why couldn't you use a real pitch? That's weird. Why wouldn't you just use a real one? Haven't been doing many lately. How long ago did you write this speech? Seems unusual that you would choose to do that.
Hey, Savannah, I hope you're doing well, and the back-to-school craziness is behind you. Listen, I've been so excited to share something that Paul and I are doing to knock off some of that student loan debt that I was telling you about. Honestly, we feel hope for the first time in a really long time. I immediately started thinking about you, just with how business-minded you are, and honestly, I've always really admired your work ethic and how great you are with people. I don't know if you're in a season to take on something new, but I would love to introduce you to my personal business mentor because she's had a lot of success helping families like ours, and who knows, maybe it could help both of us. Listen, I know you're super busy and so is she, but if we could get our schedules to match up, would you be open to making yourself available for a quick chat just to see if whether or not this would even be something you're interested in? It would mean the absolute world to me. Isn't that crazy?
I thought she said that she was going to sound excited on this. That is still really super spammy, scammy. Hi, I know everybody's busy. Oh God, that was terrible. That was not good.
It's so simple. You don't have to have the perfect wording. Trust me, I just recorded that once and sent it off. I could have done it better and better. I could have recorded it 100 times, right? But it doesn't have to be perfect. I told them why I was excited about this. I told them why I thought of them. And I told them who I wanted them to meet. And if they're a decent human, they're going to at least say, yeah, I'll check it out. And if it's not their timing.
What was that? If they're what? A decent human, did you say? Oh, well. So if you don't book a 3-way call, and if you want to see what one of those 3-way calls looks like, Erin watched one on a live a couple of weeks ago. It was brilliant. Tara was a volunteer to distribute, and she taped the 3-way call. It was fantastic because she asked all of the questions that we would want to ask as anti-MLM people. Also, she's putting you in a position of saying or making people. It's very othering. It's called othering, and that's creating this us and them mentality. Like them, those people who aren't decent. They're not decent because they don't support us. Yeah. Oh, is this going to be loud enough? Hello? Hello? Yeah, so, this othering, like, those other ones, they're not decent. We're decent. We want decent people over here. No, you already said it before. Brendan recruits everyone, and I heard Eric Worre say, everyone in your phone with a heartbeat. That's who you need to try and get to just take a look at this. Just take a look at it. If not, no worries. Yeah, it's still the same shit on a different day.
That's okay too, right? Because we're just finding out if they're open or they're closed. So let's talk about how to be a great recruiter. The first thing I want you to think about is being a good person. This is my incredible friend and council member and gold leader that we're about to celebrate, Taylor Kaufman. Now, I actually got to meet Taylor through a friend, so there's that.
Oh, thank you to those 4 people who just shouted for Taylor. Also, be a good person, you say. Do the right thing for the right reason. be a good person. Except if you're in a business that has a 99.7% failure rate. But you're a good person because you're getting the 0.3, and being top 5, she knows where her money comes from. It's from her downline. She makes the big dollars. That's it. You can't because she is. Gross. What a freaking oxymoron.
That taprooting thing. But here's the cool thing. When Taylor and I started talking about our relationship together, she said, "Brooke, you asked about me. You became my friend. You connected with me. You checked in on me even if I wasn't ever going to join." And I got to thinking, because I honestly didn't even remember that.
She didn't remember. That's embarrassing. Do you know what that means? I'm sorry, friend, Taylor, friend. It means that she didn't really care about that relationship until you were signed up, right? Because if she can't remember sending the messages about how you're going, checking in, that means you were one of many people she was sending it to, okay? She just showed her whole fucking ass here. Oh, did I send you messages before? I can't even remember that. Wow. Good work, Brooke. Way to tell on yourself on that one. Good work.
No, I didn't remember that because it's just something I do. So you're not trying to do this. You're actually just doing this.
I don't believe that for a second. No way. No way. You could have told that story without that bit. You wanted to make yourself look better. Look, I am such a good person. Do you know why I'm a good person? I didn't even remember sending messages to check in with her. And Eric Worre told us you just need to keep on going, keep on checking back in, a follow-up. Fortune is in the follow-up. Allow a good enough time to go past and then hit them up again. You wanted to tell that story, so you seem like a good person. But you just exposed yourself. This poor girl in your downline. Maybe she's one of the chosen ones and she's got chosen to go up the ladder, because in the Key Sciences model, the thing that I do understand about their compensation plan is that there's 2 streams, okay? And you can put your people wherever you like. So if Kristen Wyatt, on the off chance, no, this would never happen. But if the Empire, Jessie Lee's team, so if Jessie Lee were to come to Key Sciences, right, Kristen could place her underneath her. She gets to choose where the recruits are underneath her. So yeah, you're not good people. That's the long and the short of it.
You're doing the right thing for the right reason. Instead of seeing someone with dollar signs on their face, you're seeing them for who they are, what season they're in, how you can support and encourage them, and, right, seeing if this would be a good fit for them. I want you to be the leader that they deserve to join. And think about them more than you think about yourself, okay? All right, the next one. We all know this beauty. This Kim Costa. Wow, crazy fun fact. This time, 1 year ago, Kim Costa was walking the stage as a bronze ambassador. Yeah, which is awesome, right? And was serving on our customer council. 1 year later, she sits in these front row seats as an advisory council member, platinum ambassador, and first dual council member ever.
We need a translator. Like, those words are all English, but I do not understand them together. Also, it just seems so self-serving and a little bit desperate and pandering. Just pandering. What's going on?
To mention she's earned an extra $100K in supplemental income. I mean, just like a small thing.
How are they so brazenly, like, braggadocious, especially with the money. Ew.
This is the crazy thing. I sent my
Yeah.
very first message to Kim 1 year before she ever even considered talking to me about this business. Isn't that crazy? And I know, Brandon, you guys have seen this amazing wave. I've watched this man talk to people for so long and build relationships, and Marielle as well, keep these relationships up to where people 5, even 6 years later decide to partner with them, and we have seen what happens, right? It's incredible. So be patient with people and be consistent. Show them that you're not going to give up on this business when they're ready. I hate when this happens. I see people and they put in all the work and then they get distracted with online things and this and that because, they're feeling a little insecure about where their business is. But that person that's watching them goes, wait a minute, I was going to message her. I was going to message him. I was just thinking about joining them and I don't even know if they do Q anymore. What if you're Kim Costas thinking that right now? So be patient and be consistent. All right, this beauty is getting dolled up backstage. Okay, I don't know about you, but I have never met someone that is more confident in their own skin than Miss Marielle Filipponi. Yeah, seriously. And she has every reason to be. She's an incredible human.
Yeah, apparently she wasn't too empathetic to Tara and Mike. This is kind of, I don't know, distasteful. It's just so, gross. I've got no other word. I'm just going to suck up to these people.
What I love about Marielle is whether it's talking about nuggets, or, if anybody was here for that, right? Or mountain climbing, or her wonderful husband that she adores and doesn't need patches for. I've heard 16 times this weekend already. She's
Do people, is anyone actually finding this entertaining or good in any way? Because I'm not buying it. It's so hollow, you know? I'm getting sleepy. I think I'm gonna have to stop in a minute because I got so much to go.
always herself. And that's what makes her so great at this. And she's always honest. She doesn't need to make Q greater than it is because it's already great. She doesn't need to embellish. She doesn't need to lie or inflate. I mean, $5 million is a lot of income. I don't think we need to inflate it, right? But she doesn't tweak things or make it sound better than it is because it's already great. And that's what makes her such an incredible recruiter because people feel safe with her and they know she's going to shoot it to them straight and she's going to be herself whether they join her or whether they don't.
Safety. So, if they are recruited by her, and she says, "Hey guys, you should really get in on this this Q twist calm. It's real good. It's real good. It's got CBD oil in it. Oh yeah. Marielle, does it have any THC in it? Because I'm thinking about becoming a fireman, and I really want to do it, and not let it have THC. I know the benefits of CBD. So, do you reckon you can find out if there's THC in this? And she said, "Yeah, sure." I don't know what she said, but that's the point. It's like, well, guess what? It did have THC in it, so they were not safe. They weren't safe with her. They were very fucking unsafe and gaslit the fuck, you know?
Be honest and be yourself. It's okay if you're not sitting on the front row yet. Those people trust you because of who you are. All right, this one. Be bold. Man, this gets in people's heads a lot because people think, I'm sure someone out there right now is thinking, they wouldn't join me. I see what they're doing. They're doing amazing. They don't need this. They're already so successful. Who's thought that? They're already so successful. They wouldn't join Q. Anybody thought that? Well, the truth is you don't know if you don't ask. And leaders follow strength. And great leaders can see what we have here so quickly. The reason you see so many people flocking to Q right now that have had industry experience is not just because what they had was bad, but because they see how great this is. So even if they had something good, like Mark said, they're willing to give up the good for the great. You never know. You never know what season somebody's going to be in. And you have to be willing to just stand in your confidence and say, I know this would be great for you, and I just want you to have an opportunity to see it from someone that I really trust. Again, you're doing that connecting, right? So just ask if they're open or closed and trust timing. And I'm excited because this woman is a perfect example of what it looks like when you're bold with someone. She has blown through the ranks in a short period of time. She's a silver leader, a top recruiter. She recruited over 40 people in her first 30 days.
Let's have a look whether she was, and it works person. What's her name? Sorry, it was Christy Hardy. Let's have a look. Oh no, we don't want that. Let's see if this person was in S-Works. I'm on a squirrel trail. Oh, Young Living. Okay. Oh. Thanks, spelled by Kaylee Nicole. Is it time freedom or location freedom? If you can't ever put your phone down and truly enjoy the present moment, you have location freedom, not time freedom. Oh, thank you. Although this is her reason for changing companies. The idea that people belong to a company or a leader. She gets a bit of pushback. So you went from one unethical MLM to another. If you've done your research, then you will know that many enrolling companies for the discount. This skews the income disclosure considerably. Hey, Christy, your company doesn't have an income disclosure statement. So let's start there. Oh my God. You may never agree with the business, but I do hope you support your friends and family who do. No, I don't, because it's immoral and unethical. You keep telling yourself what you need in order to justify it. Bless your heart. Condescending as fuck. What a condescending. I'm glad she's not a teacher anymore. But we do not need people who have that mentality in the teaching profession. Oh, hang on, I want to just scroll up. I just really love this whole exchange and the fact that she has gone to Q Sciences of all things. Pyramid schemes for pyramiding. My God, that's great. Sweetie. Love it. Oh. That swing. It's at the Q headquarters. Oh, not Q headquarters, sorry. It's at the lodge. Jake Spencer's place in the snow, where you go if you're special. Ew. It's so fucking scummy. Where'd you come from, honey? Where did you come from? That's what I want to know. If it works, I want to know. When you're flown to see how a company is growing. Oh, you're flown. Were you flown there? Oh, so he doesn't stand to gain anything, does he? Sure. Brid contract. What do you know that sounds like that rhymes with smidge schmike whack? Those aren't words, Tish. You know how the Clowntown does cringe and coffee? Fucking hell, I've got nothing to drink next to me. Cringe. What the fuck? This is so cringe. Was she in Savvy? I think she was. Oh, micro influencer. Shut the fuck up. It isn't as simple as sharing outfits now, is it? Yeah, alright. It is Savvy. You would have thought that this woman had, like, there was something, like, I don't know, more impressive than I changed MLM companies. Anyway, sorry for that detour, but I really did want to, she only just started. When was that? May 13th. How did she, her success story of recruiting 40 people or whatever she said. Oh, why is that? Because she brought a team from another fucking company. And that is lying by omission, okay? Don't be fucking putting this person up there saying, look at this person who recruited 40 people. It was so easy for them. Yeah, it was. Because they'd already recruited them somewhere else. Be a liar? That should be on your fucking, on this thing, yeah? God damn it.
Success already, but I know it's just the beginning. So, Christy Hardy, will you please join me?
All I do is win, 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 no matter what. Got money on my mind.
Christy. Oh, honey, they did you wrong on this tan. Also, I was going to say it before, but if everybody could mark off facial features obscured by a filter on your bingo card, because there was a lot of filters on that Instagram, which is fine, but she doesn't look like that. And now she's in a company that sells skincare.
All right, so Christy's had amazing success here, and we have quite the journey, which is she's going to talk a little bit about. Didn't join me the first time we talked, didn't jump in right away, right? But what I love,
because she was at a different company, right? And the way that she got the recruits that she has is because you recruited her from that company, and you probably offered her a bridge contract because Key Sciences does that. Kristen White admitted it, and yeah.
that she really has skills that have not only helped her succeed here, but helped so many others in her group that are here today succeeding as well. So Christy, tell us, like, what are your tips and tricks? How have you learned to master the recruiting game?
Have a team and just build slowly and then bring it to this place. Get a bridge contract. That's it.
Okay, so I look back, and my first conversation with Brooke was in 2019, and we built a friendship because she was someone I saw as trustworthy. And that is my number one tip more than anything, is be trustworthy. Be that person that when they see you online, when they see you in your community, they say, you know what, she is kind, she's empathetic, she doesn't see people as a number, she is so focused on what she's doing in her business and how it's serving other people that that's how they see you. In fact, nobody knew I was struggling. When I reached out to Brooke, I think Brooke was shocked because nobody knew that I was falling apart with the weight of what I had on my shoulders. And so I went to Brooke because I trusted her.
So you're telling me that you just went to this random fucking Instagram friend. High up at Q Sciences? I'm gonna go to my friend Brooke. Now, Brooke said she sees everybody as having an open or closed sign on her. That's pretty dehumanizing.
Knew that she had a possible solution for my family. And I didn't even know that Q was that solution. I just wanted to talk to her and get her advice.
So before I said, you need to change the sign. This needs to say be a liar. So, because that's a lie. You went to a top leader at Key Sciences. Not expecting to talk about the business when you were talking about the business. That was a fairy tale. Well done. Well done, Christy. You're a fraud.
And so if you are struggling, you don't have to be super outgoing by any means, but if you're kind of sitting back and going, okay, how do I become that trustworthy person? That's where the 5 F's come in. And if people see you working on those, because we're never going to all be perfect at it, but that's how you do it. You let people see you working that out, acting that out, living that, and they will start then respecting you and trusting you. Number 2, you have to be so certain with what you have. I never saw Brooke waver. I hope people don't ever see me waver. If you are so certain that what you have is a solution for other people, it takes care of everything. You don't have to be an expert. You don't have to know the perfect things. You are just certain that this is going to help other people. And you just keep communicating that and sharing that. You don't prejudge whether certain people want to be here or don't want to be here. You are just focused on sharing what you have and what Q has. And if you are consistent, which is my 3rd tip, and I know everyone kind of rolls their eyes when you hear consistency, they're like, okay, we get it. Seriously, if you're consistent on following that system of talking to other people day in and day out and just sharing who you are, sharing that trustworthy person that you are, sharing how certain you are that you have a solution for other people, and you are just talking to them and being patient and knowing that when you are bringing people to this company, when you're bringing people to expose them to what we have, that whether they say yes then, they're going to say yes eventually. And if they don't say yes eventually, it's okay, because other people will. And if you just keep that in mind, that takes care of everything. And one other quick tip, if you need help with the certainty and the consistency, if you're not plugging in to Q News, if you're not plugging into your leadership, then that's where you find it, because that's what keeps feeding you and filling that bucket. And edification, y'all, if you don't know what to say, because my first month, I didn't know what I was doing. I just knew that this was where everyone needed to be. And I just told them that, and I said, look, you're going to meet Brooke. She's amazing. And I edified her. And that's what I still am doing my, I don't even know, 4th month in. And that's what you have to keep doing, too. That's what people pay attention to.
So she's a top recruiter. Bringing a team. On stage. So then she can tell the story. I was on stage. I just got here. They're the best. She's already been to the lodge. This is a performance. This is not real.
Solution you have to offer, who you are as a person and who you're working with. So great. Thank you.
So fake.
This is incredible. Another round of applause. This is so great. You're going to see her up here real soon, I have no doubt. All right. So what if they say yes? Now what do we do? Right? You'll be like, okay, I'll do all that. But what if they say yes or no? Posture is everything. I will use the why is Kristen Wyatt's words. You
Posture? We're pulling fucking posture out? Where's my Higlets at? Ramathy, I did not expect to see you here.
You have the cookie. Everyone say it with me. You have the cookie. I wish I had cookies up here to hand out when I say that. Oh, or chocolate, right? Yeah. No, but you have the cookie. Like,
She's such a good little fucking... This is it. This is the perfect cult follower. Listen to her. Always bringing it back to product.
don't worry about what they say here, there, the questions, the objections, because guess what? Like Jake Spencer's told me a million times, that person has a piece of glass in their foot. Now, you don't know what it is yet, but they're hurting because they wouldn't be talking to you if they weren't. And you have a solution, right? But they're going to throw all kinds of things at you because they need to know, are they going to stay with me? Are they going to be consistent? Is this really something I should do? They're having all that internal struggle. So you have to be the rock. You have to be the calm one. You have to be the consistent one. You have to be the one that says, I know exactly who you need to meet. You connect them to someone.
Oh, I'm sorry. How did those two points just connect? You're still, like, aren't you just still talking in the DMs? And you're like, oh, I know who you should meet. Oh, I'm sorry. What? Why am I what? And you know what? If it's somebody from an MLM, this is a dance. They know exactly what's happening. And, that's why Christy knew. Love a good mixed metaphor. They've got glass in their foot and you need to be the rock. Okay, so, but are they going to, they're going to stand on the rock? Because that was the metaphor you were used originally. And then you went with like glass in the foot and the rock and you see it doesn't quite work. Brooke, this is a bad speech is what I'm saying.
You sit silent. I know, surprise, surprise. You sit silent. Like if Mario Filipone was going to come in and close all my people, I would not say a word. I'd just be like, collect the money. Right? Just sit back and let them peel.
You can do that in Q Sciences because they have a binary system with stacking. So Kristen Wyatt always can close somebody who's on her team because she stands to gain every single time. Every single time. And she will position to have the best outcome for her.
And figure out, what's that glass? What's that piece of glass? Why do they need Q? Edify that person, connect them, right, with that phrase. I know exactly who you need to meet. Now, lastly, remember, people join you, not Q, right? People join you. So you got to be a good person. You got to be consistent. You got to be patient. You got to be honest. Like, I know there's a lot of hype shows out there, but trust me, when all...
No. There's a very, very obvious streak of dishonesty in this entire thing.
This settles, because it will. Q is going to be that North Star that everybody's looking to, because it's already happening every single day. Look at this room. Stay humble, stay consistent. And my favorite quote, my team could probably quote this by heart, stay addicted to the activity, not emotionally tied to the result. If you keep doing
Hey, Brooke, have you ever been addicted to anything? Because the connotation, addiction, implies it's not healthy. Okay, addiction to something is something that you cannot help but do despite the negative consequences. So it's actually pretty accurate for MLMs. But that's a good thought stopping, God damn it, thought stopping, what do they call it? Thought stopping activity? I don't know. This is the act of thought stopping. You're not allowed to be emotional. Distance, you can't have that thought. Don't get upset when you're not succeeding. This whole quote is problematic. Jesus.
doing it over and over again, you're going to get better and better and better. And the right people, when it's their time, are going to join you. So I hope you've learned something today. I'm excited to see this room double full at our next convention. Thank you very much.
I made it. I got a little bit tired. I got to admit, I got a little bit tired. All right. I think I'm going to stick with the original one. Liars. I said that before watching this, and then she lied the whole way through. Wasn't lying about THC except for maybe the products being good or something like that. Yeah, stacking. Good reason. Good reason why their recruiting sucks. Bridge contracts, very relevant, very relevant. Who got a call out on the stage for 5 minutes? Somebody who probably was offered a bridge contract. Nice. I didn't watch it. Okay, chose it randomly. Never heard of this person before. Jocks. I just don't like Mark or Jake. They're slimy. Sus AF. Yep. All right. This is bubblegum flavor. Oh my god, it's amazing. I'm gonna eat so much of it. I think I've hit a wall. No, I think I've plateaued with the Ozempic. Okay. Well, I was looking at a video yesterday, and I cannot believe the difference. Like, it's significant. Anyway, who did I say was on Ozempic? Oh, Sarah Hill, I think. Yeah, Monet, the whole conference. Oh, maybe I'll do something Monet-y. We've got okay, so Key Sciences, let's wrap it up. Boo! There you go, that's the wrap up. I'm sorry for the detour, but I just really was like, oh, I had to, as soon as they said 40 recruits, I'm like, she had a team. She's got a team. And she did. I was right. Mm-hmm. Anyway, yeah, so that's it. Q Sciences sucks, Brandon. It's such a, like, oh, well, look, I love this person. Look at this pretty lady. Shut up. I feel like I was channeling Val then. Speaking of Val, please join us on Sunday/Saturday for the Americans for Val's birthday. I'm so excited. I hope. Don't tell them. Don't tell them. Don't tell them. Because I'm hoping that the present that I bought is delivered before the stream. But I don't know if it will, because I said I wasn't going to get there until Sunday. And, or maybe it will, because maybe it is my time. But, maybe it will. If it's my time Sunday, it's Saturday. So, yeah. All right. We got Bus Babe Bingo. How many times did I say bimbo? Almost every time. But that's the first time it actually came out. And we're looking at the MRR, Master Resale Rights, and the Huns. Fucking Megan Desart has changed her fucking username on TikTok. That's how, it's like Wi-Fi Mama or something. Like, bitch, where's Lab? What happened to Lab? What happened to Swamp Water? Because Huns, MRR, it's not going to last because it's a scam. You see, people are going to stop. It's not going to last. Get your money. Get the fuck out. Like, don't. But Megan Desart's gone all in. Oh, be nice if she failed. She's so awful. Anyway, have a good one. Listen to the Dream podcast. Oh my, like, I hadn't listened to it until now, like a couple of months ago. Didn't have to pot calling the kettle black. Oh, my favorite running joke. Didn't even have one. Call it on myself. Hello, yeah, pot calling kettle black. You are telling people to watch the Dream podcast, while also not having watched it yourself or listened to it yourself, for a long time. Yep. Yeah, I know. She followed me on TikTok. It's great. I'm really excited. Yeah, okay, I'll listen to it. All right. Yes, it's the pot calling kettle black. All right. Okay, bye. All right. That was a bad one. Sorry. All right, Brooke sucks. Gonna check out Brooke and Christy. Christy needs a bit of a focus because she seems to suck as well. What is it with the Q Sciences people? They're just so... I think that they think they're better than the rest of the industry. Like, we're not like them. They're the pick-me MLM. Total pick-me MLM. All right. Do we have a dog moment? Dog. There is a dog behind there. All right. I'll go in the middle so that I can use this for my thumbnail. No, my end screen. Okay. Have a good one, everybody. Please like and subscribe. Be nice and watch us on Sunday/Saturday. Goodbye.